Hello, Roadrunners and Roadrunner families. This message will cover a range of topics, so please make sure you listen to the entire message. I want to remind families and Roadrunners that we will have a virtual Spirit Week starting Monday, and on Monday, students are encouraged to wear a crazy hat. If they don't have a crazy hat, we are encouraging them to be creative and create a crazy hat that they can wear. Miss Jamie will be zooming in to all of the classrooms to see participation throughout the week. Now that we've talked about our Spirit Week starting on Monday, I would like to remind students and families that our 21st Century After School Clubs program will be starting up on September 14th. We are hosting the After School Clubs in an online format to help families who choose the online format and are not returning in person to campus. We will be doing the virtual format up until October break, and then we will reassess how we will run the program after our October fall break. I encourage you to sign up and participate in the programs. They will be offered from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. virtually starting September 14th. So while I know some families are going to remain online, we do have a lot of families that are eager to get started back in the face-to-face setting and students. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how we are going to prepare for you to come back. We've got about 2 weeks, and there is a lot of paperwork that we need to get done. I'm going to talk to you about that paperwork, and then I'm going to show you where you can find it online. So Roadrunner families, we have a packet that we are creating that is the return to school forms for the 2021 school year. Some forms you may already be familiar with, and some are new. To access these forms digitally, you will go to our website at ocs.cocsd.us and select Return to School Forms 2021. I'm going to quickly scroll through some of the documents in this packet for you. I have a quick letter that I've written explaining what the forms are that are included in this packet. Mr. King also has a letter for you explaining some of the waivers and assumption of risks forms. So that's what these pages are about. There's a parental acknowledgement and disclosure form that we encourage you to sign. The annual health information form is something most of you will be familiar with. Every student needs to have this form filled out. Please make sure that you fill this out and return all of these forms before September 14th if you plan on returning in person. This form is the free and reduced lunch form. If you need that, it is available. Our handbook agreement form, every child must sign this, and we have to have one on file. The handbook is available on our school website as well as our district website. We also have available hard copies in the office if you would like one. Please complete this form, and please note that the photo release must be filled out if you want to check or put a mark by the yes box or the no box. The next form is a field trip permission form. We are lucky enough at Oak Creek to be able to walk to the creek, and this field trip permission form is for a walking field trip for the entire school year, where classes may decide to do some investigations or have a lesson down at the creek, or even have lunch one day at the creek. So if you could please complete that, and we can give them to the teachers for all the students who are allowed to attend those walking field trips. The last form I want to talk to you about is the compact, and this form is only for kindergarten through third grade students. So if you have a kindergartner, a first grader, a second grader, or a third grader, you will be required to complete this compact. Sign it, date it, and return it to the office before September 14th. We just wanted to give everyone a heads up for all the paperwork, and we want to take care of all the paperwork ahead of time so that when we do return to on-campus instruction, we're not having to chase up paperwork. This packet is the digital copy. However, you can come by the office and we will have a paper copy for you to pick up. We are asking that all families return this packet before their student returns to campus. Another thing to consider when you're picking up a packet or dropping off packets, we will be putting a bin out for any overdue library books. So students, I know all of you have been reading this summer and probably have finished those library books that you never got to return. So now is the time to search for those books, and I will leave a bin out in front of the office that says library books so that you can return. Some teachers have put together toolkits for students. If you are picking up a return to school packet or dropping off a packet that you've printed, please make sure you ask Miss Jamie if your teacher has instructed your child that they have a toolkit waiting for them in the front office. Okay, that was a lot of information we covered. But the most important thing I want families to know is that we are preparing for students to come back in, and the return to school packet is due before students return to campus. That will help us to make decisions regarding on class structure and how we structure our school day. Thank you so much, Roadrunners and Roadrunner families, for all that you do. You're hanging in there. I know you're participating in classes, and I know we are all excited to get back together soon, Roadrunners, very soon. Have a good night.